top tier character? Absolutely not. How many Urians do you see placing consistently? You don't really see it.
Can't even count them on my hands.
We fail because he's a character that you have to work to win. Aegis setups, not just anyone can do it.
And those are hard. Those are high execution Aegis combo setups and stuff.
There's situational key setups that you must go in training for. This isn't something that anybody can just do. So yeah, Urian's a solid Season 2 mid-tier character, not top tier.
So by default, that kind of makes you a mid-tier god, if you will. You kind of have to rebrand now. We kind of like to see the way Bison players are now, kind of up close in your face style because of that 3-frame normal buff given to him. Being able to do that after a Psycho Axe that is down forward fierce with Bison, being able to continue that pressure and accumulate that gray life, that's going to be a problem for the likes of Urian. You know, for the most part, Urian players do like to press buttons more so towards the mid-range, but up close, it's definitely a problem.
Oh, yeah.
So long as he doesn't have meter, right? Like, having jabs available, you can sure, like, jab, headbutt, or tackle, and whatnot. But I feel that Bison has the upper hand when it comes to close quarters combat.
Oh, yeah, especially if you don't pull the pin on that EX reversal headbutt. I feel like that's one of those tools that you have to have it in play to make Bison respect you at a point-blank range. Like, you have to have it there at least once or twice, just to be sure. And here we go, 1st to 10 set being started right now. Footwork versus low-tier god. There's a throw starting off.
Oh, that handshake again. You never say no to the Illuminati.
Either you're in or you're out.
Blood in, blood out, absolutely. What roundhouse anti-air? I have never seen that before.
In my life. Footwork. Showing he's been doing a little homework. Bars. That was unintentional. All right. Down forward fierce again. Tries to dash through. Ooh,
he has an answer. Very good call from low tier god. Being able to use that stand roundhouse to stop one of the most lethal moves in the game, EX Devil's Reverse. So hard to contest.
And dash forward after the activation and holding back. And you see a little patience here from Footwork, just trying to see where he can open up and find. Oh, crush counter.
That's a broken jaw if I ever seen one, Tasty Steve.
And that trigger just runs out. But here comes a trigger from low tier god.
Gets him with the Mega Buster towards the end, lighting that Dictator on fire.
All right, here we go. First round goes to low tier god. And that looked pretty good. Footwork seems like he's playing a little anxious.
He knows the matchup.
Low tier god.
He absolutely knows that range of roundhouse, but check your jaw. Reconstructive surgery, feeling like Kanye. Here we go.
At the then, like I said before, that reversal EX headbutt is definitely going to be a tool. And there's that 3-frame button that we were talking about as well. So both of these things already showing how much impact they're going to have on the match.
Oh my goodness, his anti-air game is looking on point. Activation off the V-trigger, extending the combo, crouch fierce. Reset. Nice blocks for Footwork though. Still, wow, that was a very interesting
Another
exchange.
EX reversal. Oh, there's a tech. Life just about even. Oh, wow.
A little too early.
Down fierce again. Goes for the reset tech throw.
He could have had it had he done the combo correctly.
And then he slides into those DMs. I know you married, but can we go out for a sip of coffee at least? 1 round apiece. Footwork, low tier god.
This has been a pretty explosive game one. I'm going to say it's already dictating the pace for the rest of this set. Footwork.
Wow.
Using that V skill. Oh, so good.
Nice anti-air jab.
I like it. Yeah, way to contest with that crouch strong, but it's not going to be enough space for Footwork to be phased.
Stand medium punch again. Charges up that Mega Buster. Oh wow. He even did jab to stop the approach to the air. Wow.
I'm going to break this chair, Steve.
Oh, man. I'm just saying, low tier god is looking good right now. Gets that throw, and there's another neutral jump. I like the button there from Footwork, just inching his way in right now.
Same side, yeah. That was a tough jump in from Footwork. That's going to be the first game narrowly escaping a tough situation against low tier god. Significant life lead, too. You know, that could have been exchanged for low tier god. Initially in round 2, where if he didn't drop that combo, he would have got the first game off that crouch fierce.
Well, that was the first game, and it was already pretty back and forth.
They're just swinging for the fences at this point.
And I'm also seeing some of this Bison tech from Mr. Footwork. I'm making me kind of proud right now. I got a little tear.
Roundhouse to stop the cross-up?
Yeah.
That's OD. That's definitely OD.
Dash up again, and you see Footwork. Like I said before, he definitely likes to hit the buttons. The buttons. Oh.
Swinging for the fences with the anti-air fireball. Not going to cut it here. Footwork already pressing on low tier god.
I like the range that Footwurk is playing at. Oh, gets the jump in. Here comes low tier God.
And he's going for the lighter normals to start his meaty strings to kind of train Footwurk potentially for upcoming throws, maybe later frame traps.
Yeah, you can see Footwurk getting cooked by a lot of unconventional things. And it's mostly him just trying to get out of certain situations unscathed. There's another air-to-air, and you see low-tier God just waiting, holding back to get in there. I really do respect it. It's probably the smarter thing to do. There's another jump in. Tries to go for that standing roundhouse again, and you can see Footwurk just fishing for a nice jump back roundhouse from low-tier God.
Again, that active defense, you know, Rich talks about it all the time. Our other caster, he likes to talk about active defense, and low-tier God is definitely showing that today. He's jumping back, making sure the space isn't taken away, or he's not getting hit at the same time.
Yeah, air airs are very important in the world of Street. Oh, wow. To stop the V-trigger activation.
Just gave it right back to him. Nice blocks. Again, Gray Life a factor as Bison.
Whoa. I like the check right there. Crouch medium kick, then goes into the headbutt and still gets the hit after it. Low-tier God playing a little good today. Just a little bit.
Oh, the check on crouch strong. Yeah, that was a delayed one if I ever seen one. Footwork, just pressing all the buttons. Such oppressive nature.
Oh, wake up reversal and meet the knee.
Yeah, he tried to do a meaty in the beginning. He might have just baited it. He knew what was going to come out and then, baited the headbutt. Oh, sliding
early.
He has full access to those DMs, 100%. Nice check with the Psycho Blast.
And Footwurk going in right now. This is one of the more aggressive Bisons that we normally see. There's another throw.
Oh, he tried it. Yeah, he was fishing for Footwork to press a button because he's been pressing a lot of them this entire couple games.
I love the fact that he went right back to jump in the air. There's a V reversal nonetheless, and now look at the active defense. Shout outs to Wrench. That is actually the appropriate response, the call of that. Uh-oh. There's another forward throw.
Again, catching that meaty with the jab wasn't enough, though. He was trying to fish for another crush counter against low-tier God. But either way, when you get those counter hits, you got to acknowledge it. You got to continue the combo, get that damage.
And we talked about that active defense, but I feel like right now it's actually getting the best of low-tier God right now, because now he's giving Footwurk all this ground to work with. Footwurk is only able to hit those buttons because he doesn't have those projectiles out there. But you see him getting hard called by moves like sweep. Like certain things like that are keeping Urian honest because he doesn't want to commit to it, because if he gets close and he trades, Bison's still going to get that knockdown, and he's still going to be able to dash up in. And even if that trade is late, getting knocked down and having to respect the ground of Bison is something that you don't want to deal with.
It's pretty fearsome. The way Bison operates in Season 2 is absolutely fearsome. When he gets that knockdown and he gets that meaty situation, next thing you know, you're in the corner.
Yeah.
Can't even breathe. Again, that Gray Life 2, it accumulates one touch and it's a ton of damage. He tried to make it safe. He also tried to frame trap as well, holding that fireball in to catch Footwork, but Footwork sniffed it out.
Nice air-to-air. There's a throw. Footwurk trying to get some. I'm sorry. LTG trying to get something started. Another slide block by low-tier God.
Wasn't quite the optimal punish, but a punish is a punish.
Gets the back throw, and you see Footwurk trying to get something started. I like the fact that when he saw that crouch strong did not work, he just backed out. Didn't commit to anything crazy, dashes up, and beats out, I believe that was tackle.
Oh, I like that. Throwing him out of the dash almost immediately after. Again, no counter hit conversion from low-tier God. Caught Footwork pressing a button on wake up.
And I think that's really odd that low-tier God actually backed him all the way out of the corner. He had full trigger at his disposal. There's the activation on the trigger. Tries to go for tackle. Chris, you see how
the chimney.
He lit the flame in the chimney, and then he came down to deliver the presents. Chris missed.
That's a real Santa Claus virus. He built the chimney out of thin air,
and then came down.
Exactly, and then it dissipated.
Left him a lump of coal. Yeah, you've been a bad boy. We're going to leave this coal in your stocking.
Right down the centerpiece of that Armani suit. Oh, that's got to be a punish. Yeah, not the optimal one yet, but low-tier God will adjust, hopefully.
Stuffs the anti-air with that jump in fierce. And that stand light kick, definitely putting in a lot of work.
The footwork, yeah, absolutely. So again, he's pushing him to the corner. This is going to be a huge pushing point for Bison. This is where he's going to excel the most. Oh my God.
Like you said before, he's using this pressure. Oh my God.
Even more impressive.
And then he still gets the stun.
I was just about to say, Steve, low-tier God was doing very well for himself on defense, found the opening, opted to use the meter just to get out of that scenario, but Footwork tracked him down like a bloodthirsty hound.
Yeah, Footwork is You can tell Footwurk, it seems like Footwurk is just hitting buttons, but some of the tech he's displayed to like chase and pursue is definitely some high level stuff that we're watching right now. And you see LTG trying to get his composure right now. Think about the matchup just a little bit. This is a 1st to 10 set. Not too familiar with his understanding. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he understands it, but
just gotta do math, man.
Yeah,
that's all. Just gotta count to 10. Just count your wins, you know?
I wonder how he adjusts to a 1st to 10 set, though. That's what I'm interested in. Oh, baits him out, that stun bar, becoming a factor.
Oh, yeah, it's lowering little by little. 50%, but now Low Tier God making it work for himself.
And
fighting out of the corner, yeah.
I'm wondering when he's going to try to go. Like, he has a few opportunities to do, like, these headbutt loops. If he could do them, this would definitely help him out in this situation. Ooh, crush counter again.
I'll tell you what, if he ever does headbutt loops this entire set, I'm just going to go bananas. I'm not even going to lie.
Crouch medium kick, and I know LTG has these. He's that good. Reset.
Oh, and the
nice
blocks.
block.
Footwork has seen it before, but Low Tier God opted
I'm out.
to go for the cross-up. He tried it.
Walks understand strong. He could have did a little more, and that was not what you wanted to do. Now we see that Low Tier God is definitely finding those hits, but he's not converting into the big damage Urian is capable of.
Yeah, you know, it's understandable, right? He had a significant amount of life, or Footwork had some life on him, and he tried to go for the reset. It wasn't going to be enough to go for a full damage combo to kill, so he was sniffing for that moment of weakness.
You see LTG playing a little further back. Nice confirm by Footwurk. Jesus. The reversal call out by Footwurk, and you see him get that knockdown using the pulse and walks up, and he is just picking the perfect situations to hit buttons, and they're working out. And that's what I said before. You need that reversal headbutt if you want to keep alive in this game. Life advantage in favor of Footwurk right now, and he's just dashing in the Low Tier God's face.
No respect.
Oh, okay, if he would have got through that dash, here we go. Trigger not too close to being had by Urian right now, but crouch strong, no conversion. About 50 seconds left on the clock right now. You see him walking behind it. There's a nice reversal by LTG.
Again, that eliminates the risk of the comeback factor. You know, he's not going to ever get Aegis in this game.
You see him walking forward this time, not testing the anti-air, but you see him dashing up still. Footwork.
EX tackled. Yeah, he had to see that coming. He was going to get a little impatient. Oh, he tried it. Footwork caught it, pocketed it, turned it into
saved it for later, but gave you the rest of it.
Very nice call. You know, speaking of 1st to 10s, you know, you kind of see the mentality kind of drain a little bit from LTG's defense. It's kind of, you see him kind of going for the throw baits here and there. He's opting to go for EX headbutt a little bit more, and then kind of, you know, going for V reversals instead of saving that meter for that optimal moment to come back. You kind of see it mentally draining little by little.
Well, you see right now, it seems like he's using that pressure from Bison with dash to make sure that Low Tier God spins it on V reversal. That way, it's lessening the chances of him actually getting trigger and coming back in these games. But now you see the offense working out a little bit in LTG's favor.
Oh, that would have been cool. If he had actually just walked a slight bit forward, he would have parried that roundhouse and thrown it right back in his face.
That would have been godlike.
I like it though. Low Tier God with a very significant life lead here, using a lot more active footsies with roundhouse. That step kick, so far extended.
Dash up, gets the counter hit, strong, but not able to convert off of anything. And that's one of those things that could come back pop to hurt you.
Man, he's not leaving any damage left over. He's taking the full plate.
It's the stun.
Okay, well,
the reset.
You know what? That's why I'm up here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have blocked that either. You know,
I don't think too many people. No one expects you to go for a reset.
Nobody. I literally slapped you like 8 times on that one reset. I'm not even. You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it. But I did. Footwork.
Again. And he just seems like he's on point right now. Gets the throw. Dash forward again.
Again, that is absolutely not real, but Low Tier God a little too timid here on the defensive end. Nice check on the stand jab. I like that little snap.
Okay, gets the anti-air, push to the corner with the crouching fierce, and now he's going to have some work.
Making it safe, or tried to at least.
Nice pulse, that crouching strong just barely out of range. They trade on the air-to-air. The Devil's reverse. Oh! And he just opts to jump back.
Activation time, yeah. But still, no normal. There it is. Yeah, could have been.
Crouch strong to stop all that nonsense. To stop all the nonsense.
You got to think, right, at this point, LTG already down 5 games. He might need to take a break because he is not ready for Footwork's movement. Again,
No, he's not.
Fifi's got some fancy moves, man.
Well, that's why they call him Footwork. As you can see, he is not afraid to go to that sweep. He's using a lot of stand light kick. You see him using a lot of stand roundhouse to fish for those crush counters, and it's working. I feel like Lil God might want to take a step back. The range that he's playing at seems to be exactly what Footwork wants.
You know, it seems that way too. He's definitely dictating the pace, no pun intended. He is playing Bison. But again, all of these matches, momentum-wise, has been in Footwork's favor.
Nice down forward fierce, and you see him keeping that pressure up. There's a V reversal, and I'm not too sure I agree with that V reversal that early on. I feel like that's one of the things that's stopping him from keeping that momentum in his favor throughout the match.
Right, neither in that scenario. You know, having Bison use that, the Hellfire, he's losing his turn by default, so there was really no need to spend resources on something like that. Footwork acknowledging that Low Tier God's defensive style is going to benefit himself, so he's just going to keep pushing forward and have him spend all the meter as much as possible. Again, that goes untouched. There it is, finally firing back.
And look at all that gray life that always adds up on Low Tier God's life bar. Like it's like he always has some gray life up there, and he's not even getting a chance to heal it in most instances. Gets the jab.
I like it. Yeah, he's finally getting that counter hit combo going.
And he needs to stop trying to test some of those anti-airs. We know that you can do it, but Footwork is not impressed. It's not going to stop him from trying to go in once you have it.
That I respect.
Oh,
that
was such a bait. Dropped the combo.
Again, this character is hard to use.
EX scissors. Yo, obviously this character is hard to use.
You know, you just kind of drop some things every now and then. Crouch fierce in the corner. You have to hold the fireball just a little later. Or you can just go for another crouch fierce.
Possible. But why would you want to do that?
You want style.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look how well Urian is dressed. You don't think he wants style?
We could dress better than him.
I definitely could dress better than him. Anyways, here we go. Crouch jab again.
Yeah, that's going to be unpunishable. That is -2, that headbutt. That's one of the stronger suits of Urian. That trade, yeah, that's going to be a good juggle from Low Tier God.
Trying to find a hit right now. Footwork doing a great job on offense.
Oh, found the opening he needed. Again, spending the meter, though, to do it.
And if you see, look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you see Footwork, life just about even. He has full trigger, and he's about to get critical art, whereas Low Tier God, he has 1 bar EX and 1 V reversal bar.
And just spends it to kind of initiate the offense. You know, one thing I can respect, though, from Low Tier God is his defense running away. Again, being air-to-air, stopping Footwork from advancing has been his strong suit so far, but on the ground game, it's all Footwork.
Yeah, he has to be able to do something with this, though. He has to be able to convert this into more damage. Use those knockdowns to get more setups and get more damage, but he keeps using his V-bar, and that's not gonna help him in the long run, and still no but. There we go. Jump light kick to take the first round. I think this is, what, the second round we've seen him take?
Yes, that is correct. Again, Low Tier God had the first round of the first game and hasn't been able to shine as much in the rest of the games. But here he is already exploding onto the scene against Footwork.
Roundhouse again. Oh, just walking back, hitting the button. Low Tier God getting a little anxious.
He's trying to turn him to his purple punching bag, Steve. He's just going right in there. No regardless.
Gets that EX tackle, gonna get a chance.
No.
Did he do it?
No,
Tried
he
to
did
go
not.
for throw.
He went for it, Steve. He's going to go all purple. The only Psycho Crusher he has left.
The last Psycho Crusher?
Yeah.
That sounds like a movie. When your Psycho power is expended, you got one last ride. Oh, nice throw.
Oh, that's definitely the good opener right there from Footwork. Finding the gap between that pressure of the Aegis Reflector is crucial. You don't want to ever get stuck in that trap against Urian, because it's, you know, it could lead to a ton of resets and a ton of damage.
And right now, I know he's looking like, man, what do I need to change up? And Footwork just seems like he looked at every possible outcome, and he knows he has an answer to a lot of these situations, and you can tell he has a 5-0 lead right now over LTG.
You know,
Dear God.
I gotta admit, Steve, it's been back-to-back weeks since we've seen games like these.
Yeah.
You know, last week we had 8-1 Strider versus Nerd Josh. That ended up being 10-1. The week prior, it was Brian F versus No Respect, and that was 10-1. I mean, Low Tier God's got some work cut ahead of him.
Yeah.
He has to get a win on the board.
Nice chunk of damage right there, and you see Footwork goes right back in.
Oh, he parried the fierce. He took the handshake and made it his own. He crunched the bones in his hands.
He broke his hand.
Able to
That's what
shake
happened.
at the meetings.
All right. Oh, Low Tier God didn't like that too much. Look at the offensive push right now. That's plush. Got to be careful in the defense. by Footwurk is just commendable.
You know, I like the idea Low Tier God had. He was pushing all the fast normals, keeping that range going for him. But Footwurk already going.
Christmas, let's go. And then there's the back throw to take it.
I got to admit, that was 3 bars worth, but it wasn't as much damage as I thought.
Nah.
I thought the chimney was definitely going to drop and kill him, but that wasn't the case. Anti-air from long distance. Yeah, the downtown call out and the shake. He fixed his hand almost immediately.
Just a little too late to get that EX tackle afterwards. Anti-air.
Low Tier God opting to use stand short again. There's so many other tools that Urian has to kind of enforce meaty pressure, like stand strong or even forward strong. And it's, you know, very lenient to combo off of as a meaty.
And look at the buttons. Low Tier God with a healthy life lead right now.
Healthy, definitely an understatement. That is a godlike lead he's got going on for himself, getting the 3rd round throughout the entirety of the set.
All right, he's on a match point right now, but so
I
is
love seeing
Footwurk.
that. As much as I hate seeing EX Devil's Reverse, I love seeing it get countered.
Oh, I like how he's always charged with that tackle, though. It makes me a little proud. Oh, EX.
Low Tier God looking to put himself on the board here, but here comes Footwurk with that back throw, back to the corner.
There's that back throw, and you see him get out of there. Just the throw has to get out by Footwurk. There's a V reversal.
Oh, a little bit too early on that one. Almost worked, but still got the EX headbutt.
So good. Neutral jump again, making it safe with the Mega Buster. No button again, and then there's a V reversal. All right. Low Tier God not in a bad situation, but tries to cross him under. Reversal headbutt.
Throw. Oh, he tried to use a button.
Oh, there's another V reversal trigger is on its table. There's an activation and a headbutt
that trade.
LTG 1 on the board.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Make it consistent week after week. Get at least 1 win. Don't go out like a chump.
Oh, dear God.
That was a smart call out too, using the headbutt, because we kind of see most Bison players make themselves safe after slide. They don't want to get punished, obviously. But that kind of sent that signal, like as soon as V-trigger happens, he's going to do something nutty. And what did he do? Fired with his head, got the headbutt going.
I like the patience starting off by Low Tier God. He likes to go to that crouching medium. There's crouching medium kick in a lot of situations to end the strings.
Airborne, again, that's not going to cut it, Footwork.
And the range is, now Low Tier God seems to have found his magic spot. Like right there, he could have hit a button on the way down, and I don't think there's much Bison could have did right there unless he was anticipating it. But he dashed, so that's even harder to check.
You know what we haven't seen throughout the entirety of this game? Stand medium kick from Urian.
Oh, yeah.
That is the most dangerous tool in the footsie game.
We saw one, and just nothing else came from it. So, like I said, there's that neutral jump that worked out in his favor. Another round for Low Tier God.
You know, a smart choice against Bison because he has a lot of forward momentum moves that kind of push him, but then there's a ton of recovery behind it. So, Low Tier God is anticipating him to land right under these normals to hit for high damage.
Gets the knees, meets him on the way down.
No, that was kind of sick. He tried to contest it with jump short, but again, the invincibility on that, not going to get touched.
Oh, the anti-air. Looking really good right now with these, with his consistency, the anti-air. It's really not stopping Footwork, though. That's the only problem. Like, Footwork just does not seem bothered by the fact that he's trading and stopping those jump-ins. The down full clears.
You see Low Tier God just kind of neutral jumping back to back to force Footwork to make the mistake here. And Footwork already pushing LTG to the corner now.
Great buttons once again. Oh,
Yo, he snipped out the dash.
Ends that string with that crouching medium kick. Tries to go for another hit again, but that standing fierce just beats him out clean from Bison.
I like that, using the V reversal now. But again, look at Footwork fully stocked on all the meter. One activation could do it. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is.
Oh, neutral jump, he can still do it, mind you. V reversal, like you have all the meter in the world. There you go.
Throw, nice tech.
Don't jump back again. Thought he was going to be up there with him. Went for an anti-air there. There's another tech by Low Tier God. He's looking a little sharper this time around. No punish on the headbutt.
My
walk
goodness.
up throw.
That's the fastest walk forward I've ever seen from Bison.
And it's crazy to me because Footwork is playing so calm. Like, he's not, it's like you, the way, if you see him on the screen, his demeanor is otherwise. Like, oh, crush counter fierce. He seems like he would be a very active player, but surprisingly, he's pretty safe.
He's good on his feet. What can you say, man? Low Tier God is just trying to stop Footwork from running all over him.
There's another V reversal.
Nice catch. Yeah, he's definitely a softball player. Catching it again, back-to-back consistency, keeping it this time around. He's probably going to use it in a block string Oh, well, you know, he tried to fire it off. Now he does not have that fireball stocked. Good important information for low tier god.
Oh.
No, he tried to parry the normals.
Parried at that time.
And he is all
Triple dash
over.
roundhouse. Look at that active defense here. There's another scissors, and then there's a V reversal. That was smart. He has a really significant life lead, but it's really bad if you don't like follow up on it. Like,
I forgot he still had it.
yeah,
Sorry.
see,
Go ahead.
it's bad if you don't follow up on it. You have a really nice life lead. Ooh, he crossed himself up 2 games on the board for low tier god.
Already doing a lot better than the past 2 competitors we had in back-to-back weeks. He's on the board. He's in there like swimwear, Steve. He's got 2 wins. He's in there like the alternate Urian costume, the secret button combination.
Worse.
It's just where it's all at, you know? He's just trying to win.
Oh, wow. Footwork started it off with a slide. Down for Fierce again, and you see that pressure just building. And like I said before, the amount of gray life that Footwork seems to get and then cash out on is ridiculous.
You know, this is the most active Bison I've seen.
Yep, exactly. Neutral jump, gets that jump in Fierce.
You know, for the most part, we kind of see Bisons playing around that range where they want to force their opponents to kind of hang themselves within Fierce range, and then they would buffer the Cycle Blast. But Footwork, he's dashing up to you. He's keeping you in check.
He wants you to know that's what a real dictator does.
That was
he's
3
right
normals
there.
into a low medium kick. That was max distance, Steve. He knows the footsies. He has a good name. He has a good name for himself.
See, now you're starting to understand.
I believe him.
He's starting to believe. Crouching jam. Oh, wow. Just release his block at the last second. Reversal headbutt. And that is definitely an option you want to consider on that neutral jumping from Footwork. There's another roundhouse.
I like that. Using the V reversal a little bit early. Still has enough life to probably build. Actually, he will build another V reversal. Did he just knee drop into that?
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure with you. I want to make sure I saw that.
I was like wondering if you were going to say it. So, more pressure again. Goes for a throw. Footwork ready with the tech. Dash up this time around. Tries to get right out of range and bait it out, but it does not work out. Low tier guy uses that V reversal life. Looks like it was low tier god's favor, but trigger is still available for Footwork and he hasn't used it yet. Whoop, no button this time. Jump like kick. Just walks right under it. Gets the crouch, and that should be the round.
Got him. Yeah, low tier god staying well in this game. He's still got a lot of room to work with, but you know the way he's been spending his meter, a little bit wiser every now and then. Good check on the crouch strong. No conversion, no footwork. Already trying to oppress low tier god, firing right back.
See that Fierce right there. Nice jump over. Footwork trying to find a hit again. And of course, you can tell by those buttons.
Ooh.
Another tackle. Ooh, a neutral jump. Does not get it. There's a back throw. Low tier guy's going to be out of the corner this time around. Jump back roundhouse. Gets beat out by the jab.
Again, look at that oppression from Footwork. All the buttons, using at the right range, trying to catch low tier god off guard.
Stand light kick. That was sick, actually. Ooh. And once again, we talked about this, man. Footwork's pressure with Bison, like, we don't see Bisons this active. That's a game 7 for Footwork.
And again, low tier god tried to contest the dash up the first time, and Footwork went right back into it. The first time he missed, second time he snuck in a counter hit jab, but he was not ready. Again, having Footwork dominating in the ground game in the corner has been such a problem for LTG. Again, he's good at active defense so long he's within the neutral space, but when it comes to the corner, it's just lights out.
All right, gets that throw, crush counter with the step kick. You see that scissors kick again. And you see LTG he's not trying to give up that spot, but I feel like he can fight a little harder for it. Like, partially fighting for that ground, but a lot of neutral jumps is definitely not going to help him out. See right here, there's another neutral jump. That's exactly what I was talking about. Footwork dashes up and he neutral jumps. And I feel like he does not have enough fireballs out there to make him respect that neutral, but there's a reversal just in case.
Yeah, I like that trade too for low tier god actually, because Footwork spent the meter for that and the damage output was just about the same. Oh, he could definitely hit that, yep.
Heavy reversal will work out for low tier God, but it might not work out for the rest of the round. Dashes through him.
Yeah, V-trigger
Scissors.
properties able to cancel out of special moves just like that. And again, you know, we haven't seen an Aegis activation in a long time, Steve. It's been quite a while for low tier God. I think he's more concerned about getting his defensive footing back away from Footwurk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. What a neutral.
A lot of feet in those sentences. But in general, he hasn't been able to get his grounds back against Footwurk in the neutral. So that's why he's spending all these V-reversals. He's spending the meter at the wrong times.
I mean, but it's better than not having it. You know, at least you know that the person is paying attention enough to block and defend against. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was a cross-up or not.
Oh, that was intentional. I'm giving the roundhouse is so sick.
And there's that Aegis you was asking for.
Finally. I ordered this last week. There it is. Yeah, you know, tough spot to be in. One more touch, and he finds it.
Of course. Of course.
Ooh,
of course. Of course.
What are you saying, Steve?
I don't know, man.
All right, cool. Well, moving on. It's going to be game 8 for Footwurk. That was a tough one. You know, I didn't really think he was going to use EX scissors.
I didn't think he was going to use
to be honest with you.
either.
Very unorthodox, but it worked out tenfold for Footwurk. He's trying to make sure he gets to the throne room. He's trying to get past the mini-boss that is LTG, the giant golem guard that is stopping him straight at the steps. This is a very, good-looking RPG is what's going on right now.
I know, right? They're just fighting in the middle of the King's Court.
Yeah.
801 Strider just sitting on his throne. I am not entertained. If I have to, I'll get up and do it.
And you know he's going to be toying with his opponents. He plays Laura.
Jump in fierce again, and you see Footwurk not afraid, just hops right back in.
Yeah, back-to-back jump-ins, uncontested from low tier God. You can tell he's being a lot more timid. I think he's getting in his own head.
Step kick again.
Oh, he tried, but the counter hit, again, leaving so much damage on the table.
Oh, neutral jump at the latest time possible before he hits the ground. That's going to get him out of the corner, and now LTG's in the corner taking these jump-ins. Nice jab to interrupt the approach. Nice.
Oh.
Gets the throw.
One more to do it. One more touch. He does get it. Okay, excellent. You know, low tier God misses opportunity to kind of catch that backdash, but still walks up in his face, gets to grab, builds a little meter for himself.
All right, you see Footwurk just instantly goes right back to try and getting in.
And again, this turtley style that low tier God has been playing, you know, it's great in the neutral space, but then, you know, the downside is you put yourself right into this oppressive position where Footwurk reigns.
The gray light that keeps adding up on low tier God's side.
Oh, the crush counter mid-air, that's pretty deadly.
Gets that EX tackle. Oh, I can't believe he actually walked under it.
I was just as amazed as you are. I thought that was going to clip low tier God at the very last end, but again, narrowly escaping the clutches of Footwurk.
Jump back roundhouse again. Oh, wow. That was a great attempt at an air there, though. It's that forward throw.
Mouth, yeah, he tried. Nice anti-air choice. Crouch Fierce doesn't get much off of it, though. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. That counter hit conversion. Plus frames. Yes, it's still his turn.
Oh, my God. Oh, jump back roundhouse.
I felt that from here, and I had a headset on. That was gross. That jump back hitting him right in the face. Active defense is the name of the game for low tier God.
8-3. Low tier God not out of this yet. That's the beauty of first to 10s. Not really out of it until, you know, they get 10 wins.
Until you're out of it. Yeah, 100%. It's just, you know, a couple more games for him. I hear you. Slide out the gate. No real punish there from low tier God, but again, getting that damage.
Crouch jab again. Goes right over, whiffs the headbutt. He's definitely going to get a tackle. Small push. And you see that defense from low tier God trying to kind of change up a little bit. He's trying to take his time, his turn a little more often. Footwurk still playing a nice, solid game, though.
There he goes. Yeah, now he's actually playing the fireball game a little bit more. Something we haven't seen a lot this entire set, actually utilizing the fireball in the neutral space so that Footwurk has to second guess his approach.
Stand medium kick. Strong gets to confirm. And you see Footwurk. I was about to say, why is he waiting so long? There's the activation.
Oh, he tried to go for somewhat of a frame cut, or it could have been an input error. Who knows? But Footwurk, look at all that gray life and chip damage.
I was about to say, he spent so much. He just spent so much.
Did you see the look on LTG's face when that happened? Man, that was rough. I felt for him because he used meter on that. He used the EXP drop.
Crush counter. Drops it.
Nice check, stand
That was
check.
a good button. And then he gets the crush counter of his own. Dash jump. Look at the damage on that.
Racking that stun up as well as the damage. Already at 50%. Handshakes. Oh, he dropped it. Could have gone the tackle route for the stun. He just went for the slot.
Good. This isn't good. You see the dash throughs from Footwurk?
He's trying to dance on him. This song just came on.
This is my favorite. Scissors kick again. Another.
I like that.
Tried to dash through too.
Yeah, he's choosing when to press his normals. He's not being antsy here, but he does have V-trigger on deck. He doesn't need to activate it. Great conversion. That's a 3-hit combo that was off of a counter hit initially, making sure he seals the deal.
All right, here we go. Low tier guy can get another one on the board if he plays his cards correctly.
Oh, I guess, you know, that's why, one of the reasons why he stopped doing the fireball initially was because of that.
He kept eating it, just saving it.
He's taking leftovers for the for the house. He's getting hungry later.
He got a family to feed, man.
Oh, he grabbed another
corner.
roundhouse. That's what that was. You saw the early startup frames of roundhouse. He just pickpocketed it.
Oof, EX out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely from downtown trying to take that exit. But again, Footwurk trying to escape the corner here. Finds the right option. Yeah, low tier god on the fence now.
And you can see this pressure looking mighty fine. Footwurk dash through, gets a jab, nothing big, gets the crush counter down for fierce, and that is that. We got one more round. LTG definitely needs to make some changes if he wants to come out of this on top. And to boot, even if he did have another character, he'd have to stick with Yuri.
You know, I still haven't seen any standing medium kicks to kind of enforce the neutral game a lot stronger than a fireball can.
I've seen one or two, but nothing too wild to
stop Footwurk from moving, right? Yeah, he hasn't been stationary this entire time.
And Footwurk is just looking comfortable. You see LTG just thinking about it to himself, speaking out loud, which is one of the things you have to do. Not everybody does it, but I can tell you right now, it definitely helps.
I can tell you from back here, that was definitely the saltiest thumbs up I've ever seen. 100%. It's just, you saw it, right? Good call from Footwurk. Again, getting that conversion, all the damage that you need, and you're pushing him to the corner. This is looking like a strong start for Footwurk.
Oh, gets that throw already. And just no confirming the tackle from those all those counter hits.
Ooh.
Nice block. Now you have to wonder. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had V-skill on deck. That's why it didn't knock him down. Using the V-skill property, granting you an extra bit of armor during your special moves.
Oh, just fishing with that standing roundhouse.
Activation,
Oh,
that should kill. Got him. Low tier god. Fighting for dear life here.
There we go. Low tier god definitely not out of this yet. There's still one more game for Footwurk to have to win if he wants to claim this. There's another throw.
Try to contain yourself, Steve. Try to contain yourself. Footwork's just gonna go in. You could feel it. The tension is increasing. Low tier god spending all the meter.
Oh, wow. Still ends up on the same side.
Oh, here we go.
Footwurk going in right now. Gets that back throw, put him back in a better position for him. V reversal. Whoa, wow. Toward medium punch again.
Here comes Footwurk, Activation City.
All right, not over just yet. There's a throw.
He's saving the
neutral
meter.
jump, and he found the hit, but no confirm. There it is. Oh, wow. What an air-to-air right there. Low tier god puts another one on the board, keeping himself alive in this set. Jesus.
He's trying to make it as close as possible, and you know what? Now's the time to do it. You already have 9 games to your 4.
So you're saying he should just close this out. That's what you're saying.
Look, man, if I were Footwurk, I would not give LTG any chances to breathe.
Yeah, I don't blame
Just smother him as soon as possible. Don't let him survive.
Well, you can see that LTG is playing back at a further range. Gets that V-skill power up.
Yeah. Oh. The only one I really see actually using that roundhouse is LTG. Very unique.
Especially like that.
Oh, he tried it. He tried to handshake the soccer slide. Definitely a red card.
There's a tick.
He's trying to savor it.
The jump in, and what a conversion follows your guy.
Now he's got full V-trigger. Is he going to spend it for the V-reversal to get out? No, he's going to activate. He tried the stutter step. Didn't work.
It's the mirror is slowing down the progress of Footwurk.
No, that's the new meta. He's just going to pretend to get hit. just so that he could throw low tier God off. That's what it was. He's going to hit low tier God, bounce off the mirror so he cancels the recovery, and then goes back in for the combo. That's not a real thing, but I'm just saying. It looked pretty cool.
I was about to say, man, you spoke that up. That was crazy.
It looked really cool. I'm just, you know.
Stand roundhouse again. That's standing strong. Another EX reversal headbutt.
All right, getting things started is low tier God. Again, don't count him out just yet, but Footwurk, on the other hand, full critical art on deck.
You have to remember that using that V reversal meter puts low tier God in a very dangerous situation. He only has one EX bar and he only has one reversal bar. Working on 2 right now, uses those EX knees. There's another throw by low tier God.
Oh, he caught the end of those shiny boots.
Or V reversal again.
You know, Footwurk lands his roundhouse. You know what's coming up, right? Well, you know, we're probably not going to see that chance, actually. Low tier God doing very well in the keep away. He knows exactly how to answer that.
That was good.
Don't even try it.
That was good. And low tier God keeping himself afloat. He's on a life preserver out in the middle of the ocean, and he's blowing air into that bad boy to keep himself afloat. Nice.
I mean, if he keeps doing that, he might stand a whale of a chance against Footwurk. He just might take him over. Who knows? The tides might turn.
Crouch jab again. Get that tackle. Not the proper punish, but definitely gets a nice chunk of damage.
Again, this active defense from low tier God is more of a hit and run style. He'll get the hits. May not convert to the highest damaging combo, but still trying to make it effective here.
See, low tier God content. He has a significant life lead. There's a tech on the throw. Crouch fierce again. And low tier God puts another one on the board.
Let's go. He's getting his own rebounds like Charles Barkley. He's throwing it off the backboard. He's putting it, dunking on Footwurk is what he's doing. That's why he's jumping so many times. He's just getting ready. He's boxing out the players, getting ready to get those rebounds. And he does so. Puts himself at 5-9 against Footwurk.
And you see he's still deep in thought over there. Footwurk.
He might have been too contempt here. He had a significant, very significant game lead in this set. But you know, low tier God.
Oh, just puts the suit on right in front of him and gets hit just for trying to show off. There's a back throw. It's going to put Footwurk in great position. Dash up, forward throw again. And he's still working on a perfect right now.
Oh, one more hit for stun. Yeah, that throw is definitely going to do it. Footwurk potentially sitting on a perfect. No, goes for the reset.
Oh my God,
and he
gets
checks
the
him.
crush counter.
Hits him with the Kanye West. Reconstructive surgery on his jaw.
Through the wire?
Oh, that anti-air wasn't happening this time around. He tried it, but it was at a different angle. Footwork now again with the suppression with the scissor kicks. Good answer, low tier God again, using that V gauge.
Footwork is on set point right now.
Oh, the double knocking on the doors with the elbows. He's just trying to get through. He's throwing elbows. Again, look at this. It's just he's just everywhere. Footwork is just, you know, he's sitting on pretty much set point, but he's taking his sweet time.
Dash in again. Following that EX ball. V reversal.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Another throw. Step kick.
Yeah, he's at advantage on that one.
And you can see low tier guy just constantly walking his way in, gets that back throw again, getting down to the wire. If he gets hit by this critical art trigger that he has, he can definitely take the round, tries to dash under, gets hit by the reverse, and that will be that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, really unfortunate play, but again, Footwork had that last sequence where a little bit more gray life coming your way, and he could have canceled into the critical art. It could have been, you know, a checkmate scenario for Footwork. But again, low tier God still put up a very valiant effort towards the end. So impressive stuff from both ends.
If you look at the if you look at the count, it really wasn't that bad. Low tier God was definitely making some smart strides to bring back the set. I feel like the only thing that actually stopped him was he wasn't doing optimal punishing. He was just taking tackle. He was getting like a nickel's worth of damage when he could have got like, you know, a quarter's worth. And that definitely catches up with you.
Yeah, that's 5 times the amount of damage you're going to need because, again, that made up all the difference for some of his rounds. Barely losing you got to kind of look back and see what happened in those rounds. And you could see some of the meaties were missed, some of the counter hit conversions were kind of dropped. And even if he landed a hard hit like a crouch fierce, he would opt to go for straight tackle instead of buffering the Mega Buster into the tackle, where you would get significant amount of damage and a meaty setup immediately afterwards. So you got to think, look back at those matches and see where LTG's ground game kind of lacked a bit. But, on the upside, his active defense, pretty damn good.
No, his active defense was pretty good. I feel like sometimes he went to it so many times, though, that it became predictable. And Footwurk caught on to it, so he started dashing under him, hitting buttons, getting those crush counters, even resetting with jab, and sometimes even getting throws. Like, I just like his Footwork's awareness to be sure that he was in control to make some of the choices that he made, because I feel like low-tier guy kind of left that on the side when he could have had it in even more damage. He could have had better positioning.
Yes.
He was really good on the anti-airs. He didn't use that much medium kick, like you said.
At all.
And I feel like that's one of the things, too. I feel like if he had thrown that medium kick out there, he would have had to respect that ground game a little more.
No, absolutely. Being able to cover that much distance is very detrimental to Bison's game, because majority of the time, Footwurk wants to either dash in or scissor kick. But again, having those two normal